Hello. So we have survived the first week. Last week was the first week back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting a little used to getting back on track with schedule. Audio good. All right. Getting used to that, getting back into the routine and all that, but we did make it through last week. Mm-hmm. Everyone was a bit tired by the end of the week, but it was pretty good.
Yep.
So, it's like, I forget what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So we wanted to make sure that we hopped on tonight and chatted with you guys for a little bit. And then this Thursday, there should be a game. Last Thursday, we ended up not being able to do that. So we should be back on track this week. So tonight, what we want to talk about is the D&D starter set, Dungeons and Dragons starter set. We ended up picking this up off of Amazon not too long ago. I think it might have been on sale when we got it. I don't remember. I mean, it's not that bad of a price anyway to get it.
To be fair, we bought the D&D 4 set, I think 10 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So this is, because this is the 5th edition. We previously, as you said, the 4E, I think. 4E, yeah. We had gotten...
With hopes to start it or whatever.
There's 3 different books that we had.
The Monster Manual, Player's Handbook, and something else. And then this wonderful book that
I don't think I ever opened.
Dungeons and Dragons for Dummies.
4th edition for Dummies.
So, yeah, that was well before we had the kids. And our oldest is almost 9, so it was before that. But we didn't really have enough people to really start a group, and we didn't know really where to find one.
There wasn't as many resources there to tell you how to start.
Right.
You couldn't watch anyone play unless you knew someone that was playing.
Right. It's not as easy
Streaming
now.
was nothing.
Yeah, where it's much easier to watch.
And also show people that might not, our friends, they weren't really sure about it, they weren't against it, but they, and they could show them how it looks, how the game works.
And then when we for sure realized that we couldn't really do it just the 2 of us, that it was not really going to work that great. It was
not without a DM that's, knows enough about how
to modify for that. Yeah. So, I mean, at the time we were also watching Darkness Rising.
That's right. That was fun.
And Fear of Girls.
Yeah,
now, those 2 are just the 2 of them, but I mean, there was just...
Yeah, those are all spoofs on it.
If you haven't seen those, they're hilarious.
Darkness Rising is on Amazon Prime, actually. So the gamer.
Oh, that's right,
Darkness Rising. Fear of Girls, I don't know. It might be on YouTube still, I'm assuming.
That's where we watched that. But those are hilarious.
Yeah.
We enjoyed watching those. But, yeah, we didn't really get started. And we didn't really know how to approach people to either ask to join. Well, we didn't really know anyone to ask to join. So we would have been looking for someone that we did not know.
Yeah, and then the kids came and it made it a little more difficult.
And then
just wander off into a game room or something.
Yeah, and then we just really weren't sure about trying to get into it before. So it's been one of those things that we've been really wanting to do and then haven't really gotten a chance to do. Mm-hmm. And then more recently we were considering trying to go, some of the local game stores around here have game nights with
intro to D&D.
Yeah, they even have one that's it's more specific for introducing kids, and I thought about hopping in there because not only would the kids be playing, but then I'd be learning too without it being I'm new. So we considered that, but then again, the timing and stuff, a lot of times those are on the evening, and on a school night it's not always super good timing for us with other extracurricular activities.
And we did do the Hero Kids thing. We have a video of that.
Yes. So that was kind of where we started putting the toe in.
Started doing your DM work.
Yeah. So we had started doing the Hero Kids RPG, which we do have a video talking about that. And I mean, it's great. But it's more streamlined. Mm-hmm. You don't have all the different dice and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you don't have your character. I mean, you have a character, but it's this is your character and this is what they do. That's about it.
But it's a great intro for kids, though. And yeah, so then we've been having more regular game nights with our our best friends, and kind of like getting into different kinds of games, like just
more deeper games.
Yeah, more strategic, more just a more variety of things, and we're like, we could
just bring it over.
We could probably do this.
Just like look at it and get an idea.
Yeah.
As soon as we pulled out the character things, we were like, this is mine, and they were like, yeah, do it.
Yeah. So
spent more time figuring out their names.
Right. Now, I don't know. I know that you had gotten there was more than one kind of.
Yeah, I bought it from. I don't know if it was who I bought it from specifically, but they sent me an email afterwards. It was in the description.
Mm-hmm.
It was like they send you like a bunch of cutouts and maps and all that stuff you could print out, and you get like 4 or 5 pre-made characters in here.
I thought there were 6 pre-made characters. I don't know if that's typical.
5 pre-generated characters.
Oh
with
yeah,
a character
it is
sheet.
On there on the back.
But then they sent me a PDF of 1,000
more,
pre-made, but they're not the actual character sheets. There's a little paragraph of all the description, all the numbers you need. But it's nice to have 1,000 more to pick from if you're just not really good at that backstory stuff,
Because it.
That's what we didn't want to have them go. Okay, now we got to create a character, and not be like, okay, now.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long some of that would
the
take.
Fun part of it for them.
I didn't know
If it goes well, this one we can always recreate characters.
Right, I didn't want the process of creating a character to hold anyone back from having fun with it or being.
Well, it's
I didn't want
pretty
anyone to
simple
feel
now.
over.
I think it's just like rolling dice.
I know, but I wasn't sure how long the process would be because we're all new to it, and I definitely just didn't want it to be oh my gosh, now we just spent an hour doing this and kind of thing. So, and I just didn't want it to be overwhelming. So, we figured we would start off with some pre-generated characters, but we gave the option of creating them from scratch too. But said, there's some of these that you can look through, and then start with the
Lost Mines of
Phandalin.
No,
Didn't
say on here.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
No, it's Phandelver or something like that.
Oh,
Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Sorry, I think you were traveling to Phandalin.
Yes, that was where we were traveling to.
So we're going to use the campaign that comes with the starter set, and we did start a little bit of it.
We had to modify because it's made for 4.
Yeah,
there's a lot of resources on how to change it for 3. So
yes, so because we have 3 characters, and then a DM, so there's 4 total. But in terms of the party, there's only 3 in the party.
An option was for her to play an NPC or something that came along and be
So I'm looking at resources for modifying because that one is designed for 4 to 5 party members, but we should be fine, and we're all learning it together.
Yeah, so if something doesn't work, we'll just change it and do it again.
Yeah.
We're not gonna immersed in it where we can't thrown out of it or something like that.
So I feel like it's been I feel like there was enough information there for us to we just jumped in. We're let's just do this. Let's just try it, and it's not feeling oh my gosh.
No, didn't feel overwhelming or anything like that.
And really,
I think we were a little more detailed and slow. And at first, we were really careful. Okay, let's check this and this. We never got to that place where we needed to go, and we're you're they're just gonna ambush you no matter what you do. Okay.
Just keep moving. So yeah, it's a whole new experience because I used to feel we really needed to jump in and have someone experienced kind of show us.
Memorize it, look through it, and
I felt I needed to memorize everything and things like that, and it felt overwhelming when we already knew that we didn't have.
Plus, when we got the 4E, it was you got the whole monster manual in book. It was I don't know if there was actually.
It was.
I don't think it came with an adventure.
No, I don't think so.
So it was we had to figure out what do we get an adventure, how we do this. There wasn't a starter set. It was buy these 3 things and with this, and that's what it was. That's why I bought the dummies book.
Yeah, and it was it felt very
this was a nice starter set. It's it built everything you need to start playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was nice.
I was
there's a DM, sort of a DM book for the adventure, and then there's a player book. And then,
yeah.
So it
I mean, I have to reference both of them, and then it has monster info in the back of it, but which is fine. But I lost my train of thought.
roll for it.
Where was I going with that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Oh, so one of the things that I was kind of nervous, whatever, about before was, but what if I don't know what all the rules are?
Yeah, we don't either.
But really, if we mess up the rules, does it really matter?
No, so we've seen... I
mean,
was not going to say pro players, but more well-known players mess up.
I mean,
we messed it up. It's
just
fine.
go with it, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
we're all learning together. So I'm really. It made me so happy. It made me so happy that we started it, and
and they enjoyed it,
and it was so much fun. And the time flew by, and we didn't have a ton of time when we got started, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's like,
gotta get going.
Yeah. So hopefully this weekend we're gonna pick up and play some more. But yeah, we're learning. If you have any tips, if you have any resources that you would recommend to someone who's new to playing Dungeons and Dragons, and especially for a new DM, I greatly appreciate it, because obviously I can Google stuff and things like that, but if you know of something that's
it's helped you, or it's really good, or some videos or whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, we do watch Critical Role, but
he's
that's also like way beyond
he's made his own world up and stuff. We're not making that up yet.
that's way beyond. We're like,
he looks in the book like once every couple episodes,
Right. He usually is like, let me just double check this, but he already knew the answer, for the most part. But so.
Yeah, or some other D&D games online that we can watch that are not as, I'm not gonna say good, and just, you know what I mean? Not as a little more amateur ones.
Well, they're more like a higher. Well, it's not like high production, but like.
Yeah, they're So it's something that's more amateur and novice that we can watch. That that's how you do it. Or maybe someone that's playing a pre-built adventure that we can.
Yeah.
Not something that's created, a new world or whatever.
Yeah, as much as the custom one is awesome, it'd be kind of nice, at least even for me, to kind of see if someone played through the one that we're doing. That might just help me as DMing, because obviously I don't want them to have anything spoiled by watching it. But I could watch and just kind of help me supplement what's going on and things like that. And, we're all having to work on our on-the-fly storytelling skills.
I decapitated a goblin.
Yeah, he did. And then he knocked out the other one. But it was a lot of fun.
It was.
And it was good that they didn't realize some of the stuff that I made up.
No, maybe.
Until we were talking about it afterward. I was like, that wasn't in the book. Based on what you guys rolled and what you wanted to do, this is, what I added in. So, yeah, it's kind of nice how there's essentially a guideline, but you do have a lot of freedom with it.
Yeah, it's these are your big keyframes, I guess you would call them, in terms of if you had. But beyond that, you can just kind of float
and do whatever. So, yeah, if you've played. Let us know your first time jumping in. Yeah. Because, there's some people that we know who've played. We know there are people who've played for years and years and stuff like that, but we're very new to actually playing it.
It's our first time actually playing it, but we've been aware of it and wanted to play for a decade now, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've played other
we know the role
type
ideas,
stuff, but this is our first
delve into.
Yeah. So, pretty excited about that, and figured that was definitely worth sharing with you guys and talking about, especially if any of you are considering trying to start up, a D&D group with your friends. The starter set definitely, I would say, is worth grabbing.
I can find the link. Maybe I can put the link on the one I bought, but I feel like that company sent me the stuff on their own. I don't think that was from.
But. Yeah, because you got some additional PDFs that someone sent, but I mean, they have the starter set is legit.
Oh, it's Wizards of the Coast starter set, yes. But they said the company sent me some extra stuff with it. So this is legitimately from DungeonsandDragons.com.
I mean, you can even pick it up in Target now.
Yeah, probably. I just went on there and I
found they do. They have it now. I mean, how many years ago would you have found it at
Yeah, I
Target?
bought that at some game comic store in nearby.
Like it was an actual
and it's not there anymore.
Like an actual
No, it was like
book or game store.
It was a comic book store, like a game comic book store. But it's not there anymore. It hasn't been there for a long time. I'm positive.
I'm trying to remember because I.
Oh, wait. Maybe I think of somewhere else, but I know I bought it nearby. Wherever it is not there anymore. So
because of the For Dummies book, I feel like it was like Barnes and Noble.
No, it was around here. I remember now where it is, but I don't know what it's called.
But that we might not have gotten that at the same exact time though either. The For Dummies one, but yeah, like it's more accessible and it's easier to get your hands on it now, and it was nice because now that was actually in the starter set in the box was all the dice, right?
All the dice, 6 dice.
Yeah, so there was enough for everybody to have a set.
5 characters, but 6 dice. Oh, you need dice too.
So we all had a set of dice.
All different colors.
So no one had to worry about like what do I need to buy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it truly is everything that you need to get started. So.
And then we can supplement it with like D&D Beyond, which I put my character in there. Mostly there's some traits that this was more specific that I can pick on there, but otherwise all the stats are all lined up and everything, so I can go on there and then use it on the phone instead of on the paper. So.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked out D&D Beyond, which is their online resource,
lots of good free stuff, and there's also a lot of good pay stuff.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff there that you can access, and it is kind of nice. Like we were doing pencil and paper.
Yeah. Just comes with that.
this past weekend, but if you have your character in there, like you can have your phone or a tablet, or I would say probably a tablet.
Yeah, if it works on your phone, it's actually not too bad, but it might be nicer on a bigger screen.
Which is easier to see it, and then or like a laptop. I'm probably gonna end up starting to use my laptop so that I have something else to like.
I mean, if you watch Critical Role,
multiple things.
They use the tablets, and then he has one where you can see all their stuff too. So
yeah, so then you can just like put. You know the info in instead of having to like
and all that stuff.
Yeah, so you're not always having to like deal with it all the time. So yeah, it's kind of the newest thing that we've been spending time right now, because I have been doing some reading up on things with DMing and things, to make sure that you're doing to help your adventurers have a good time and be progressing through the story and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to share tonight.
All right.
So again, if you have any great resources to share on either being a dungeon master or just for any new person to D&D, definitely leave those in the comments. We would greatly appreciate that and can share that with everybody else. And yeah. So thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you at the next game.
Bye.
Bye.